Welcome to Man Cave Movies. I am your host, DeGarian Andrews. This is my man cave, and these are my movies. If I seem to be smiling from ear to ear or just a wee bit overly excited, it is because I am over the moon to discuss the movie for this episode. Anyone that knows me knows who my favorite actor is. I've never made it a secret. I post it every chance I can get. If you don't know who it is, chances are you do not know me. I am referring to Academy Award winner Halle Berry. Let's give her all of her flowers right now. Since the conception of this podcast, I've always wanted to discuss a movie starring Halle Berry. I just could not for the life of me figure out which one. My favorite performance of hers was in Introducing Dorothy Dandridge, but that's a television movie and I haven't started reviewing television movies just yet. I wanted to review Monsters Ball, the movie that won her the Academy Award, which is another one of her great performances, but I didn't want the focus of my episode to be that one 3-minute scene, which was just a small part of that movie. So I didn't want to review that. My sister gave me the idea to review Losing Isaiah, and I just thought it was brilliant. It has themes of racism, drug abuse, parenting. I just think it is the best film to kick off a Halle Berry review because it was Halle Berry in one of her finest moments. So the focus of today's episode will be Losing Isaiah, and I want to take a particular look at the outcome of the trial in the movie. Spoiler alert. If you have not seen this film, pause the review, go find it. I think it's streaming somewhere. Everything is streaming somewhere these days. So go find it. Stay with us. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Man Cave Movies. I'm your host, DeGarian Andrews. As I said earlier, today I'll be discussing the movie Losing Isaiah. It stars Academy Award winner Jessica Lange and Academy Award winner Halle Berry. So this film was released in 1995 and it came on the heels of Jessica Lange's second Oscar win. She won an Oscar for Tootsie for Best Supporting Actress in the 80s, and she won for Blue Moon in the 90s. So this was her follow-up film. Halle Berry was quickly becoming one of the it girls, one of the it black actresses in Hollywood, and this film showcased her range, her vulnerability. It was just a great outing for her. So I'll start with some of the themes in the film. The first one being drug addiction, and I always joke with my actor friends, with my sister, if you want an actress to give you an incredible performance as a crackhead, or as Halle likes to refer to her characters, a crack hoe, look no further than Halle Berry, of course, and Alfre Woodard, because you would think that they have had years and years and years of addiction because you really believe them. We first saw Halle Berry portray a crack addict in Spike Lee's Jungle Fever, which was her first film, and she does it sublimely in the beginning of Losing Isaiah. So that is where we'll start. Halle Berry plays an amazing crackhead. She is believable. You dismiss all of her vanity, you dismiss all of her gorgeous looks, and she's stripped down, and you only see this character. Her character's name was Kyla Richards. You only see this character, so you are invested in her from the start. Again, spoiler, if you have not seen this film, Stop watching, go view it. We open on, Kyla doing drugs. She's addicted to drugs, and we later find out that she has a child. And she wants to go on one of her binges. She is out of her head. She's not thinking rationally. She tosses her child, her newborn child, in a dumpster. And she goes to get high, to find drugs. She is arrested for shoplifting. Well, before she's arrested for shoplifting, she realizes the very next day that what she's done. She's thrown her child away. She calms down. She realizes it. She goes back to where she threw the child. He's no longer there. That sends her down another spiral. So that's when she's arrested for shoplifting. She gets sent to jail where she is reformed. Jessica Lange's character, Margaret, who is played brilliantly by Jessica. Some of my viewers may know Jessica Lange from seasons of American Horror Story, from the film Tootsie, from the film Tim Burton's Big Fish. She's a phenomenal actress. She plays a nurse that works at the hospital where the child is brought into, and she adopts the child. Now, Margaret is dealing with a husband whose love, affection, attraction to his wife may be dwindling, and a teenage daughter who is right at the climax of teen angst. So she has all of that going on. She sees this John Doe child and she decides to adopt it. Jessica Lange, for those of you that don't know, is white. Halle Berry is black. So the child was black. So this white woman adopts this child into her upper middle class suburban family. And just the juxtaposition of that alone sets us up for a very, very, very dramatic film. So stay with us. We'll discuss it more when we return. Welcome back to Man Cave Movies. I'm your host, DeGarian Andrews. In this episode, we are discussing the 1995 film Losing Isaiah, starring Halle Berry and Jessica Lange. We had already discussed that Kyla had been put in jail and Margaret adopted the child whose name is Isaiah. So in jail, Kyla, who is Halle Berry's character, is rehabilitated. She gets out, she is seeing a counselor, she gets a job, she really gets her life back on track. And she confides in her counselor that she threw her child away. She threw her child away. She has no idea where this child is, and she wants her child back. Meanwhile, Jessica Lange's character, Margaret, has adopted the child, has assimilated the child into her family, much to the detriment, the obvious detriment of her teenage daughter, and much to the chagrin of her husband. He's like, whoa, this is major. So that happens, and Halle's character's counselor tracks the child, tracks Isaiah, and there's this custody battle for Isaiah. And Margaret's argument is, I've helped to raise this child. I'm all that this child knows. Myself, my husband, my daughter, we're all this child knows. He deserves to be with us. The mother threw him away. She was a crack addict. She's not fit to be a mother. Hallie's side is, yes, I was all of those things. I'd been rehabilitated. I am fully capable of taking care of my child. Had I not been on drugs, had I been of sound mind, I would have never given this child up. I never signed away my parental rights. This child is mine. He needs to be with me. Howie's lawyer is played by Academy Award nominee Samuel L. Jackson. His argument is black children need to be with black parents. Latanya Richardson, who, by the way, is Samuel L. Jackson's wife in real life, played Jessica Lange's lawyer, and her argument was that Kyla was unfit to be a mother. So this custody battle plays out brilliantly. And some of the things that come up are, like I said, racism. There's this scene where Jessica Lange has found out that her husband has had an affair on her, and she found this out through the actual custody battle that her husband has had an affair on her. So she goes to the restroom and she's getting herself together. Hallie's character comes in. She says, "I'm sorry that you had to find that out. I'm sorry that this is happening." Jessica retorts with something, "Oh, are you sorry? I wouldn't really be going through this if it wasn't for you." I'm paraphrasing, and they go at it. Halle says, "Look in the mirror. I'm his mother. The mirror, this color said so," or something to that effect. And Jessica Lange is like, "All you people think about is color." This is a white woman telling a black woman, "All you people think about as color is color." And Halle has a mic drop moment where she says, "Well, me and Isaiah, we're the same kind of people." And I brought that up because for that to be in the fore of someone's thoughts, are you really the best person to be raising this little black child? If you are referring to this African American woman as you people, but you have adopted an African American child, that just does not seem like something that would have been in the fore of your conscious thinking. So tell me what you guys think about that in the comments, and we'll be right back. Welcome back to Man Cave Movies. I'm your host, and we're going to dive right back into the film Losing Isaiah. Spoiler alert. If you have not seen this film, and it is a brilliant film, in my opinion, pause, go watch it, come back. So, the movie has been out for over 30 years. So, if you have not seen it, sorry, I'm going to spoil it. So, Kyla wins the case. She wins her son back. Now, this is the son that she threw in the dumpster, the son that has never known her. She wins him back. So, you can imagine a child, 4 or 5 years old, going to live with a complete stranger. He's never seen this woman before in life. And he is for lack of a better term, please forgive me if there is a politically correct term, he is a crack baby. So that's a whole set of problems in itself. So Kyla takes Isaiah home. He throws tantrums. He will not talk. He will not eat. He is depressed. He is just not in a good state. She wakes up one night. She thinks that someone has taken him or he's run away. She looks in her bathtub. He's there. He's just not a happy camper. So all of that happens. Kyla wants what's best for her child. She ends up contacting Jessica Lange's character, Margaret, and she tells him, "Look, my son is not good. People are going to think I'm crazy for what I'm about to do, but I want you to take him. I'm not giving him back to you. I just want you to take him until he's not afraid anymore. I want a well-rounded son. I want I want a growing son. So please take him. Let's work together. I care about him. Until we can figure this out, until he gets more comfortable with me, take him." The movie goes off with that. And most people may say it was a happy ending, but not this person. And this is where the controversy kicks in because not many people share my opinion. I have friends, I have family that say that Kyla should not have gotten her child back. She threw him in a dumpster. She was unfit. She shouldn't have gotten him back. I think that she should have. I get it. Don't crucify me in the comments. She was high out of her mind when she threw that child in the dumpster. She went looking for him the very next day, and he was gone. She never signed away her parental rights. Some people may say, yes, she did when she threw him in the dumpster, but legally, she did not sign away any rights. Her child should not have been adopted. He definitely should not have been adopted by someone that works in the hospital. I think that would be some sort of conflict of interest, but she should have gone. I think the right decision was made for many reasons. That was one. But for two, he was adopted into a family that may or may not have been racist. There were definitely racial undertones. The comment that she made to Halle Berry in the bathroom, her teenage daughter telling Isaiah, "Look at my hands. What and look at your hands. What's the difference? Do you see any difference?" Isaiah, being a child, he said, "Yes, your hand is bigger than mine." But we all know the daughter wanted him to see the color. And then when it was revealed that he had to go with his mother, the daughter just simply said bye and went and closed her door. So, and another thing, Samuel L. Jackson brought up a good point. Do you read to him? And she said, "Yes, we read to him." And he said, "Have you read The People Could Fly by Virginia Hamilton?" And then he named several other books from African American authors that they had never heard of. He asked what type of toys that Isaiah played with. So yes, Margaret had good intentions, but I also believe that if you're going to adopt a child of a different race, which I am not against, children need homes, they need to be loved. But if you're going to adopt a child of a different race, you cannot ignore, negate, or erase that child's culture, that child's heritage. You can't erase those things. And if you don't feel that you are equipped to help that child and teach that child about his race or his culture or his heritage, and you don't have the means or you don't have the friends or associates to help you in the upbringing of this child of a different race, you should probably reconsider. And I don't think, especially during these times, I don't think that's a hard thing to do if you want to do it. I don't think that she properly thought everything out when she adopted this little black child. So that's another reason why I think that Halle Berry's character should have won. The last thing I want to say about this amazing film is that very last scene. And I know a lot of people are going to say, "Oh, DeGarian, you would have been a horrible, horrible father back then." But I wouldn't have taken Isaiah back to her. Okay, you cry every day. Okay, you're going to have to cry. You don't want to eat. You will eat when you get hungry enough. You want to sleep in the bathtub. When that tub becomes too hard for you, you will crawl back into the bed. This is your new reality. This is your new normal. She was, in fact, his mother. What if he get with Jessica Lange's character Margaret and never wanted to come back? It was just doing this was going to confuse the child even more, I think. But watch the film. Tell me what you think in the comments. Agree with me. Disagree with me. I love reading your comments, so let me know what you think. This is DeGarian Andrews signing off. Thank you for coming back to view Man Cave Movies.